Very good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We'll start now, sir. Sorry for the delay. Sir, ನೀವು admit ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿ.
Very good morning, everyone. I wish everyone a very happy Krishna Janmashtami. Effort of hard work will never be wasted. Educating a person is the best charity. There is no bigger virtue than compassion. There are no so deep as those who will not hear advice. We are here on this virtual platform to get advised and trained by eminent people like our Honorable Director, Sri R. Manjunatha sir, and renowned scientist, Professor Balasubramanian Anantanarayan, Professor and former Chairman, Center for High Energy Physics, Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru. One thing I want to tell about these two guests is fruitful trees bend down. Likewise, the truly great are humbled. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation. Distinguished guests and fellow participants and my dear colleagues, a very good morning to all of you. A warm welcome to all of you to this inaugural function of the AICT Atal Academy sponsored 5 days national level faculty development program on revolution and advances in e-vehicles starting from today till 3rd September 2021. My name is Harisha CP, lecturer in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Government Polytechnic Harapanalli, Karnataka, and I'll be moderating this FDP. Now, I request my colleague, Mr. Satyanvesh R., lecturer in Electronics and Communication Engineering, to deliver welcome address.
Good morning, all. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. Very good morning, all. I am Satyanvesh R., lecturer in Department of EMC, Government Polytechnic Harapanalli. A warm welcome to dignitaries, participants, one and all, to this inauguration ceremony of Atal Academy FDP on revolution and advances in e-vehicles. Our institution has been established in 2009 and has been contributing towards the excellence of students in technical education. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome the Honorable Director, Department of Technical Education, Sri Manjunath sir, to inaugurate the FDP. With his legacy, professionalism, and optimistic approaches, the department is and will be able to set new milestones. We are happy to have you, sir.
Thank you.
I heartily welcome our chief guest, Dr. B. Anantanarayan sir, Professor and former Chairman, Center for High Energy Physics, IISc Bangalore. His contribution towards the field of physics as a researcher and teacher is remarkable. I cordially welcome Kumari Gangambe SB, Principal, GPT Harapanalli, to preside the inauguration ceremony. With her wholehearted support, we were able to conduct FDP at national level. I welcome Mr. Dhruva Kumar K, Lecturer and Program Coordinator for the FDP. With his hard work, we were able to conduct national level FDP in our institution for the successive second time. I extend my warm welcome to all the participants without whom the FDP wouldn't be possible. I welcome everyone who has joined this FDP through virtual event. Thank you one and all. Last but not least, I welcome everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Satyanvesh. Now I request our inaugural chief guest, our Honorable Director R. Manjunatha sir, to inaugurate the function by clicking on the raise hand option. Now I request our one more guest, Professor Anantanarayan sir, to inaugurate by virtually lighting the lamp by clicking the raise hand option. Now I request our beloved principal, Kumari Gangambe SP, to flower petals, to show the petals. Thank you all the guests for virtually inaugurating the faculty development program. Now, I request dearest friend of mine and my colleague and the man behind this faculty development program, none other than the coordinator of this FDP, Mr. Dhruva Kumar K, lecturer in the Department of Science, to present the foreword about the program.
Very good morning to all the distinguished fellow participants and my dear colleagues. My name is Dhruva Kumar, lecturer, Department of Science, Government Polytechnic, Harapanalli, Karnataka, and coordinator of this faculty development program. It gives me an immense pleasure to present a brief report on this program in this inaugural function of AICTE Training and Learning Academy sponsored 5 days national level faculty development program and revolution and advances in e-vehicles. The year 2020 was such a tough period because of COVID pandemic, and it has completely changed the way are pursuing the teaching learning process. Though we are forced to be isolated from our colleagues, students, friends, and family, one idea of AICTE has never stopped us from learning the most advanced topics through its newly established AICTE Training and Learning Academy. It is noteworthy that we have successfully organized 2 FDPs in 2020, which were sponsored by Atal Academy. And with that experience, this year we had proposed this FDP and got the approval. I feel proud to mention that ours is the only government institution received grant from Atal Academy to conduct FDPs in the state of Karnataka. At present, the necessity of moving with e-vehicles is the need of an hour. By 2025, 20% of all new cars sold globally will be electric. According to the latest forecast by the Investment Bank, Union Bank of Switzerland, that will lead to 40% by 2030, and by 2040, virtually every new car sold globally will be the electric, says UBS. These figures make it sensible for all of us to understand the research and development as well as the future of e-vehicles in India, with the motto of Make in India. As far as in India concerned, electrical vehicles can lower oil import by about $60 billion by 2030. Academia needs a larger understanding and expanding the research and collaboration with the industries. In fact, I am proud to mention that under the leadership of our Honorable Commissioner, Sir, the Department of Technical Education has introduced a new diploma called Alternate Energy Technologies in the state of Karnataka. Living in the era of scientific research and development, we are witnessing a great many transformational changes and thousands of challenges as an individual and as a society as well. Keeping this in mind, we feel that this FDP will provide a good platform to all our participants to obtain the necessary knowledge. All the sessions are carefully designed and experts from various laboratories and institutions have been invited as resource persons. I thank them for accepting our invitation. There are total 200 participants who have registered for this FDP, including 129 participants from government and aided polytechnics and government engineering colleges from our state. Since the new education policy 2020 gave emphasis on the multidisciplinary aspects, we have opened registration for all the engineering disciplines and general disciplines as well, and thereby understanding the scope of NEP 2020. It is a pleasure to have all the fellow participants from all across the country on this platform. I am sure that this FDP will enlighten all the participants in the next 5 days of 14 sessions through rich experienced resource persons. So once again, I welcome all participants, our dignitaries to this session. Finally, I thank our Honorable Commissioner, Sir, Honorable Director, Sir, our former Principal, Shri M.S. Devraj, Sir, and our Principal, Madam, my colleagues for all the support and guidance in organizing this training program. With this brief note, I end up my report. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Dhruva Kumar. Now, I request my colleague, Mr. Madhu N.S., lecturer in civil engineering, to introduce the chief guest.
Good morning and a very warm welcome to everybody once again. I am Madhu N.S., lecturer in the Department of Civil Engineering, Government Polytechnic, Harapanalli. Honorable Director Shri Manjunath Sir, respected Chief Guest Dr. B. Ananthanarayan Sir, Principal Kumari Gangamba Madam, all the respected resource persons, Program Coordinator Shri Dhruva Kumar Sir, and all my dear participants. Today we are inaugurating our virtual inauguration function of Atal Academy, sponsored 5 days national level online FDP on revolutions and advances in e-vehicles. It is my privilege to introduce our chief guest for inaugurating this function, Shri Manjunath Sir, Honorable Director, Department of Technical Education, Government of Karnataka. His native Eraswadi village, Chamranagara district. Father name is R. Rangaswamy, retired railway station superintendent, and mother name is Mallamma. Sir completed primary education at Arsikere, Hassan district, and middle and high school education at Bhadravati, Shumaga district. Sir has completed PU in Sayadri College, Shumaga, and they completed Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering from the National Institute of Engineering, Mysore, and MTech from National Institute of Technology, Surathkal. Sir has joined the Department of Technical Education as a lecturer in 1985 through KPSC selection. Sir has served the department at various levels as a lecturer from 1985 to 1994, senior lecturer from 1994 to 2000, selection grade lecturer from 2000 to 2004, principal grade 1 from 2004 to 2009, principal grade 2 and deputy director of a curriculum development cell and examination from 2009 to 2012, and joint director of examination, curriculum development cell, inspection, planning and administration from 2012 to 2021, and the director of technical education from 1st June 2021. Sir participated in Canada-India Institutional Cooperative Project from 1993 to 1998 as a secretary of a strategic planning group and also as a project officer in Community Polytechnic scheme. Sir is always in the front when it comes to helping and guiding the subordinates. Sir is a man of simplicity and inspiration to all the faculties in our department, and we wish that in their great leadership, Technical Education Department will get a remarkable changes and get a new heights. I wholeheartedly welcome Manjunath Sir, Honorable Director, Department of Technical Education. I hope the Sir words of advice would go a long way in shaping our future. I thank the program coordinator, Shri Dhruva Kumar Sir, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to introduce our Honorable Director, Sir. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Mr. Madhu. Now, I request our Honorable Director, Shri R. Manjunath Sir, to deliver the inaugural address.
Hello, Namaskara. Good morning to all of you. Madam Principal Gangambike, the most dynamic coordinator of this program, Mr. Dhruva Kumar, and one more personality, Mr. Harish, Satyanvesh, Mr. Madhu, the highly committed faculty members of this institution, highly knowledgeable and experienced resource persons from the prestigious organizations, distinguished keynote speaker and the chief guest of today's function, Professor Anant Narayan. Most importantly, the enthusiastic participants from engineering colleges and polytechnics and other education institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me indeed a great pleasure to inaugurate this particular event. It's my honor to be a part of this 5-day national level AICTE Atal Online FDP on revolution and advances in e-vehicles. First of all, let me again congratulate the faculty for organizing this FDP on electrical vehicles, which is most apt and relevant topic of today in the wake of the environmental degradation. I have gone through the entire content. All the topics are really indeed fantastic. All the sessions identified in this FDP are carefully selected and apt for gaining academic excellence and field exposure. The resource persons chosen are well qualified, experienced, whatnot, fantastic faculty members, which is what very much required for a national level FDP like this. Well, for the benefit of all others, I would like to inform that recently Government of India has announced the national education policy. You're all aware of that one. And also the Karnataka is the first state in India to adopt the same. Even before others hopping up on that policy, we have gone ahead and we have already framed the rule for that. And in that direction, now we have to start the process. The policy of this policy, national education policy, will definitely transform India's higher education system into one of the global education systems. It is expected to meet the people's requirement regarding quality education, innovation, and research to make the country a knowledgeable superpower. Again, the role of engineers and scientists need not be overemphasized as far as the problem solving is concerned. Thanks to again COVID-19, which has made it possible to reach out a large number of audience, that too from far off places. Fantastic. As we see that in the last decade, the demand for seats in polytechnic and engineering colleges have come down, or has come down, in spite of the fact that many of the companies are manufacturing the newer models of automobiles, especially in the field of automobile. We are not getting quite a number of candidates there. Incidentally, this year, the Directorate of Technical Education has also implemented or started the automobile branch in some of the polytechnics by revising the curriculum and adding e-vehicles into it. I think now there will be a lot of demand for this particular automobile engineering because we have introduced the e-vehicles curriculum or content into it. With the increasing demand for vehicles both in public and private transport system, the supply of naturally available conventional fuel resources is becoming difficult and also costly, as it is a limited one. Hence, it is time that we have to look for alternate source of energy or non-conventional energy. Hence, usage of vehicles find an edge over diesel and petrol vehicles. It reduces sound pollution. There are umpteen number of advantages of using these electric vehicles that will be dealt with in due course of time in this 5-day workshop. It will also reduce the number of spare parts that are going to be used in the engine or other parts of the vehicle. As such, even the mechanical department people are losing the candidates because an engine with so many parts is being replaced by a battery. It only means that we are taking away the jobs of many of the ancillary industries of mechanical engineering department by just replacing one battery. This is what I just heard from one of the research scholars the other day. So anyway, in this direction, many of the companies have already resorted to manufacturing of electric vehicles. And of course, it is becoming inevitable from the point of exhaustion of natural fuels in the near future. We can't afford to feed the vehicles in this fashion. We'll have to go for alternative source of energy. Therefore, this FDP on electric vehicles or researchers on electrical vehicles is found to be more relevant than ever before. The hard efforts put in by these faculty members of this institution becomes meaningful only when you involve, when all the participants involve actively in this program. The next 5 days will be of great feast of learning experience for all the participants because it is a question of electric vehicles and the automobiles. Very interesting topic. I'm happy to inaugurate this FDP and declare this FDP open. I wish all the best to all the participants. Thank you one and all for giving me this opportunity to inaugurate this one of the prestigious event. Thanks a lot, Mr. Harish and Mr. Dhruv.
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivation and support in all our endeavors and for inaugurating this function. Now, I request my colleague, Srimati Shruti Ji, lecturer in Electronics and Communication Engineering, to introduce our one more chief guest.
Good morning, everyone. I am Shruti Ji, lecturer in Electronics and Communication Department, Government Polytechnic, Harapnalli. I'm profoundly delighted to take an opportunity to introduce our chief guest, Dr. B. Ananthanarayan. Dr. B. Ananthanarayan is professor and former chairman at the Center of Higher Energy Physics in IISc Bangalore. He was MSIL Chair Professor of the Division of Mathematical and Physical Sciences and has completed over 24 years of services. He has completed his bachelor's in chemical engineering from IIT Madras and MS and PhD in physics from University of Delaware, USA. He
Muted. She has got muted.
ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ ಕೇಳಿಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Sorry for the interrupt. Good
No,
morning,
it's okay.
everyone.
Maybe
I'm
it's too
Shruti Ji,
embarrassing. It's
lecturer
fine that
in
it's muted.
ENC department, GPT Harapanahalli. I'm profoundly delighted to take an opportunity to introduce our chief guest, Dr. B. Ananthanarayan. Dr. B. Ananthanarayan is professor and former chairman at the Center of Higher Energy Physics in IISc Bangalore. He was MSIL Chair Professor of the Division of Mathematical and Physical Sciences and has completed over 24 years of service. He has completed his bachelor in chemical engineering from IIT Madras and MS and PhD in physics from University of Delaware, USA. He has spent postdoctoral years at Physics Research Laboratory, Ahmedabad, University of Lausanne and Bern, Switzerland. He has wide collaboration in France, Germany, Romania, and Switzerland. Dr. B. Ananthanarayan has been awarded the Rustam Choksi Award for Excellence in Science by IISc in 2014. His research is in wide range of fields, including effective field theories, beyond the standard model physics and physics at the proposed international linear collider and aspects of mathematical physics. He has graduated and presently supervising the work of several students at IISc. He has written widely for general audience and associate editor of Current Science Journal and also an editor with the European Physical Journal published by Springer Verlag for nearly 10 years. He is on the board of editors of the Springer Brief series in physics and European Physical Journal special topics since 2008. We are honored by your presence. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Srimati Shruti Ji. Now, I request our chief guest, Dr. Balasubramanian Ananthanarayan, sir, to address the virtual gathering and share few words with us.
Thank you very much, Harish Avru, for this amazing invitation. I'm not sure that I'm the best suited person for this because my field is theoretical physics. There are other better suited persons in my own institute, but probably at short notice, I did not want to make suggestions that they may also be very busy. So even though I'm not the best suited person, maybe I can say a few words. I had prepared and discussed with one of my senior colleagues, Professor Jamadagni from the Department of Electronics and Systems Engineering, a little bit about the background to this subject, because in their department, they have experts who have worked on this. And some of the things that I wanted to say, I think Dhruva Kumar Avru and Manjunath Avru have already said. So there is not very much that I can say, except that it is very good to hear that the government policies today are encouraging developments in this particular field. One of the things that I wanted to add to the comments that were made by the distinguished speakers before me is that I think, especially the audience that you have today and those who are learning this subject at the school, we should concentrate a little bit on farm vehicles in India. That is very important. because a lot of the technologies that are available are suited to the countries from where this e-vehicle technology is being imported, let's say from Holland or Canada, USA, all these countries, they have very specific requirements for their technologies and for their society. In our country, we have a huge demand in the farm vehicle sector. So it would also be necessary for all of you who are participating in the school to get involved with working at the village level with some of the more influential persons at the village level who participate in organizing of crops and harvests and all these things, and to see how we can replace probably some of the vehicles that are used today, tractors and other things, by suitable farm vehicles that use e-vehicle technology. As has been emphasized by the speakers before, there are many reasons why this technology is becoming important. One is, of course, the energy sufficiency and the question of energy in general, and also the question of pollution. We know that in cities we have a lot of pollution because of inefficient combustion of gasoline in vehicles, and this has contributed tremendously to urban pollution. In some cities, they have tried to address this by using compressed natural gas or liquefied petroleum gas and so on. But the future is in many other kinds of fuels, such as hybrid vehicles with ethanol fuels, ethanol and gasoline, gasoline and electricity, electricity and gasoline. So many possibilities are there. But e-vehicles, of course, is the technology of the future. Of course, if there is no pollution in Bangalore, there's pollution somewhere else. And somewhere else is where energy is produced. So there is no free lunch, of course. So we have to keep this in mind to see how best to optimize all these factors. So these are the words that I wanted to say here. And I wanted to say also that there are many departments in my own institute and in the IITs. There are large numbers of highly qualified persons who have been working on this. So I have typed it into this box, so you can have a look at the chat box, and I will read out the things that I hear. I would like to mention that in IISc we have ASTRA, which is a Sustainable Development Center, where there are faculty members working on sustainable developments. IISc also has an energy initiative. In principle, there are experts there who would be able to advise you, teach you, lecture in future schools, and so on, for you, with who you could have a meaningful interaction. There's also the Divecha Center for Climate. As we all know that climate change is one of the important issues when it comes to energy and vehicles and technology and so on. So there are persons there that you could contact to see whether they can give you expert lectures for your future school, or you could collaborate. There's a Center for Atmospheric and Oceanic Sciences, not directly related, of course, to e-vehicles, but as has been emphasized by Manjunath Avru, there is an aspect of interdisciplinarity to this whole thing. That is the reason why I mentioned. And of course, the Department of Electronic and Systems Engineering, Professor Umanand, who is the chairman of the department, has been working in these fields. You could get in touch with him. There's also the Center for Product Development and Management, which is a very interesting and innovative place. They have all kinds of people. Many of their faculty are adjunct faculty from other departments like mechanical, electronic, electrical, so on. You could look at them. There's a lot of interaction between industry and IISc, which goes through an organization inside IISc called the Society for Innovation and Development. The Directorate of Technical Education in principle can have some kind of formal memorandum of understanding with them, as well as your college and your bodies which are supervising your work. Similarly, IITs also have a large number of departments which work on these things. And in IISc, we also have an initiative for transportation engineering. Surely one of my colleagues, Ashish Verma, would be interested in talking to these people. So I'm very pleased to see that you have such a fantastic initiative, and I wish you all the very best. And at the end of these 5 days, I'm sure we will have an empowered audience who knows a lot about these subjects and will be able to help the country progress as we all see fit. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful words. And it's an honor to host you by our institution. Thank you once again for elaborating the opportunities in collaboration and research platforms with eminent institutions like IISc and IITs. Thank you very much, sir. Now, I request our beloved principal, Kumari Gangambe SB, madam, to deliver the presidential talk.
Very good morning to Honorable Director Sir, Shri Manjunath Sir, and respected Chief Guest Dr. B. Ananthanarayan sir, the dignitaries, participants, coordinator, resource persons, and the staff of GPT Harapanahalli. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver inaugural remarks on this 5 days faculty development program. I am happy and I am proud that GPT Harapanahalli is the only polytechnic received grant from AICTE to conduct FDP in the state of Karnataka. Living in the era of scientific research and development, we are witnessing a great many transformational changes and thousands of challenges as an individual and as a society as well. As the coordinator Shri Dhruv Kumar mentioned, electric vehicles are of great interest in India. The electrification of road transport serves multiple purposes. It's a green industrial policy that supports a post-pandemic economic recovery. It is intended to reduce oil imports and strengthen energy security. And it is the central component in reducing air pollution and mitigating the climate changes. The national government and state government have adopted several encouraging policies in adopting e-vehicles as transportation medium. Hence, it is necessary to know the advancements happening in e-vehicles to make them replace IC engine vehicles to greater extent by 2030. I once again welcome all of you all for this FDP, and I wish all the best and very good luck to the coordinator, Mr. Dhruv Kumar K, and all the participants. Happy learning and stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for mentoring us in all our endeavors and all the support in organizing this FDP. We are now at the final stage of the inaugural function. I now call upon my colleague, Mr. Punit Kumar MR, lecturer in civil engineering, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. I am Punit Kumar MR, lecturer in Department of Civil Engineering, Government Polytechnic, Harapanahalli. I am very much honored and privileged to convey vote of thanks on behalf of our institution. I am extremely happy and thankful to our beloved director, Sri Manjunath R, for joining us and inaugurating the ceremony. His support towards the conduction of FDP meant a lot for us. I thank our chief guest, Dr. B. Ananthanarayan, who inspired us by his words. I thank our principal, Kumari Gangambe SB, for her constant support and for presiding the inaugural ceremony. I would like to extend my thanks to Mr. Dhruv Kumar K, Program Coordinator, for conducting the national level training program. I thank all the participants and everyone in this ceremony for your gracious presence and making this event successful. Also, I thank Atal Academy for providing the opportunity to conduct this FDP in our institution. I thank one and all who put their efforts for conduction of the Atal Academy FDP. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Punit. With this, we are completing the inaugural function. We wish you all a very happy learning and stay safe. Once again, we thank our distinguished guest and all the participants and our colleagues for joining this virtual inaugural function. Thank you all. Now we will have a short break, and please join us for the first session at 11:45 a.m. Thank you all. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All the very best.